So I am back to do another makeup tutorial, and today I'm really excited because I'm going to be using one of the new Huda Beauty Precious Stones palettes, and I think I'm going to use Topaz today just because one, it'll match with my nails, and two, I'm actually getting ready to go out and I want to wear something that's like dramatic but also still kind of wearable, and I feel like these shades in the Topaz in the Topaz palette are probably the most wearable because they're just really beautiful, like warm tone shades and also some goldy tones. So I think I'm going to do like a full cut crease, like not just a half cut crease. I'm going to cut my whole entire lid and wing it out so it'll look like I have double wings essentially. So you guys know the drill. Headband on, hair out of my face. And let's prime first. So I'm going to start off by using my MAC Fix Plus. I actually do this before I do my makeup on every occasion, but I don't always include it in the video. I just like to spritz my face just to give it a little extra hydration. Or a lot of hydration. Whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to be taking my Too Faced Hangover Primer. You guys know the drill, it's my favourite primer. Can't get enough of it. It's the best primer I've ever used, to be honest. And today is going to be a bit of a two-faced day because I'm going to use my Born This Way foundation and also my Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer because this is my current favourite combo. So I'm using the shade Vanilla, which isn't actually my fake tan shade. My fake tan shade is light beige, but my tan's nearly totally rubbed off, but there's still a bit of it around my neck and stuff. So I'm just going to have to blend this right down my neck just so it looks nice and seamless. And I like to use about 3 pumps, which is a lot, but that's what I like. And I'm just taking my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush to blend out my foundation. As you guys know, I am a Sigma affiliate, so if you guys would like to try Sigma brushes, you can use my discount code Hannah at checkout, and that'll take 10% off your orders all year round. Woo! So I'm just going to be taking my Too Faced Super Coverage Concealer in the shade Almond, and I'm just going to go around and highlight my under eyes, down my nose, on my forehead, and a little bit on my chin, and then I'll be blending it out with my Sigma 3D HD blender. So now I'm just going to set my face, and under my eyes I'm just going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light. And then for the rest of my face, I think I'm going to use my Easy Bake from Huda Beauty in the shade Pound Cake. So I'm just taking my large powder F30 brush and I'm just going to dip it actually straight into that powder and then just set my entire face. I just love how this powder makes my skin look. So it really like mattifies the foundation, but it also just makes it look super airbrushed and sets it down and helps it stay put for longer. So for bronzer, I think I'm going to use my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. This is the old packaging. They have updated their packaging with these babies, but I still have a whole compact, so I'm going to use it all. I'm telling you, this is one of my favourite bronzers. So I'm just going to take my Small Contour F05 brush, and I'm just going to start patting the bronzer just along my lower part of my cheekbone. My hands are like crazy white because they've got literally no fake tan left on them. But then if you look at my arms, I've got like patches of fake tan and stuff on them. So like see how my forearm like actually matches my face, but then my hand doesn't. It's just because my fake tan needs to be redone and I haven't redone it yet. Okay, now for blush and highlight, I think we should stick to the Huda Beauty theme. So I'm just having a look in my drawers. I think I'll use the palette Golden Sands from Huda Beauty, and I'm going to use the blush and the highlight shade on the left hand side, so this blush and this highlight. So I'm just going to take my F10 blush brush and dip into Zanzibar is the name. I love that these are like luminous blushes. I don't really like matte blushes. I really like something with a little bit of shimmer in it. Also, I'm really sorry that my eyes are a little bit red. As you guys know, or for any new faces who don't know, I have a genetic eye disease, so they just get red. It's just what happens. So I'm just going to take my F03 highlighter brush and dip into the, I can't even say that highlighter name, but the gold one that I showed you guys a second ago. Okay, now I'm going to quickly do my brows. off camera. So I'm just going to use my MAC Lingering Eye Pencil. I'm not sure if it's called a Lingering Eye Pencil or that's a shade. I thought it was Taupe. But I can't, like, there's nothing on there that says that it is, but I really love this brow pencil. I will link it in the description box for you guys. It's my current favorite, actually. So next up, I'm just going to take my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Eden. I'm just going to prime my eyelids and use a P86 brush to blend it all out. So now I'm just going to take some of my Mineralized Skin Finish and I'm just going to lightly set my eyelids. Now, time for the exciting part, time to get out the palette. This is a Topaz Precious Stones Obsessions palette. It's just so beautiful. I love the packaging. As you guys can see, it's like a metallic packaging. Then when you open up the inside, these are the shades. So you've got like this really beautiful mustard color. You've got some really lovely like terracotta-y warm tone shades and a very dark brown. You've got like a gold shimmer and some more sort of like coppery browny shimmers as well. And I think I am going to, I don't know whether I want to use a mustard as my transition shade or this terracotta color. I might try the mustard shade. So I'm going to take an E25 blending brush. This will be probably the main brush I use throughout the entire video. And I am just going to go in with that mustard shade first and just blend it all throughout my crease. Now, because I'm going to be doing like the whole lid cut crease and flicking it out, I really want to bring the shadows right out to the tail of my brow and really blend it out on the end so it's like a nice sort of tapered effect. Hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, you guys will see. I'm not bothering bringing that shade down to the outer corner or anything though, because it doesn't need to be there because we're just going to put liner there and concealer anyway. Okay, so on a clean E25 brush, I'm now going to take this sort of like terracotta warm tone shade. This one here, and run that throughout similar area but not take it as far up, so sort of like a level down, if that makes sense. And then I'm just going to go back in with that brush that we used that mustardy shade on before and just go back over that transition line just to like build up the intensity of that mustard shade again, because I don't want to lose that mustard color, like I want it to be there. Blending really nicely together. Those are very complementary shades. That's the thing with these Obsessions palettes, is they're designed to be like color coordinated and they're all very complementary, like all the shades in the one palette, they all go together. So next up, I'm going to go in with the darkest matte shade in the palette, which is this one here, and I'm going to run that all over the same area where we put that like terracotta-y color and just really build up the intensity so that we have like a really nice harsh defined line when we cut the crease. And then I'm just going to start by pressing it actually on my eye rather than going straight in and blending, just to avoid any fallout. So you just like press it into the area you want it to be, and then you go in and blend after you've pressed it and tapped it in. It's a great way to build up pigment too, for like more defined color. So now I think we're ready to cut the crease, which I'm so excited about. So, we need a few different options. So I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Neutral. This is just my favorite one to use for cutting my crease. I'm just going to go silent while I do this, and I'll let you know what brushes I'm using, but I've got a combination of an F70, an E62 and an E15, which are all like concealer definer brushes, and I'll probably rotate between like all three of them as I'm trying to cut my crease. It just sort of depends what angle I need for what area of my eye, if that makes any sense. So I've just started off by just cutting like my entire lid, and now I'm just going to take a little bit of extra concealer, and I'm going to take my E15 brush and I'm going to actually sort of like drag the concealer out in like the shape of a wing. Okay, so now we've cut both creases, so I'm going to go back in with that E21 smudge brush and that darkest brown shade, and I'm just going to really like build back up the intensity along the actual line where the concealer is and just neaten it all up and even them up a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going to do the lid, and I'm going to take my E55 shader brush, and I think I'm going to use, I'm just trying to think what colour I should do. I should do like the yellow gold or this gold. I think I'm going to do this gold, and we'll just see how it goes. So I'm going to apply this colour here all over where we put the concealer, even on the very tail bit. So I'm just going to pop some of the highlighter on my inner corner, just using a E30 brush. So I've tried to make them as symmetrical as possible. It's a little bit hard when your eyes are different shapes. Most people's are, but mine are actually quite different, like in the lid space. So this is what we're working with right now. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. So now we just need to do some wing liner. So I'm going to just use my favorite, my Quick Flick. I'm going to use the 12mm one, which is like the biggest of them all. If you guys watch all my YouTube videos, you know this is the only one I use because they're eyeliner stamps and they actually work and they're incredible. As you guys can see, the liner like stamps a little wing, then you just use the felt tip end and you just fill it out. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So liner is looking good. So now I'm just going to take my little water liner E17 brush again, and I'm just going to make the gap between my liner and the cut crease a little bit bigger, just so you've got more of the effect, you know? Cool, okay, I think I got it. Yep, that looks good. All right, wings are good. Cut crease is good. Now I just need to fill in the little gap of where I added more concealer. I'm just taking a pencil E30 brush and taking that shimmery shade we have all over the lid, and I'm just going to try and place that. Actually, it might be too big of a brush. I'm actually going to take the detailed lip brush. So this is a lip brush, but I'm going to use it to fill in the shimmery shade in this little gap here. Okay, I think that is good. So now I'm just going to pop some of that darkest shade on my lower lash line as well. Just trying to keep it really tight around the lower lash line too. Oh, I'm so happy with that. You know, it's taking everything, every ounce of my being not to do a glitter cut crease, but I feel like if I just do glitter on my lid, I'm just literally doing the exact same look I always do. So I'm trying my hardest to like resist the urge to do it and just leave it as is. Oh my gosh. I am going to wear the Backstage lashes from Chelsea today. They're a little bit of a lighter lash, but still like long and pretty. All right, guys, so I just put my mascara on and lashes, and now I'm going to do my lipstick. So I'm just going to line my lips and pop my lipstick on. I've got really dry lips at the moment, so hopefully they don't look crusty. Yeah, I'm going to use my Estee Lauder one just because it's creamy, and it's in the shade 340. And the Estee Lauder lipsticks look like this. They have really beautiful packaging, and it's still like really beautiful, like coral shade, but just because my lips are so chapped, man, I can't do a matte lipstick today. I just know I can't. So this is what it's going to be. So there you have it, guys. This is my completed Topaz Obsessions palette video. I'm so happy with how this eye makeup turned out. I think it looks just absolutely beautiful. It's just such a beautiful palette if you're someone who loves warm tones, or you like, you know, golds and just those really beautiful, super warm autumn fall vibes. I love the Obsessions palette formula. It's actually one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow formulas. I have all the previous Obsessions palettes to this collection, and I actually purchased those myself, and they are my absolute favorite, and I have tutorials on all of them except for the Smoky Obsessions palette, which I will definitely do a video on eventually. I just haven't got to it yet, so I'll link the playlist below in case you guys are interested in seeing any of my other Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette tutorials. They are 110% my all-time favorite eyeshadows. I just can't get enough of them. Obviously, if you guys have never watched me before and you're looking behind me, you'll see a lot of Huda Beauty stuff. Huda Beauty is my all-time favorite brand. They are #1, and their shadows are my #1 favorite thing that they make. So definitely check them out if you guys haven't already, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and you like how the makeup look turned out. So thank you so very much for watching, and I'll be talking to you all really soon. Bye!